Tai dėl Vėlauko dienose Vokietijoje pakalbinome mes Tessenderlo skystųjų trąšų vieną iš savo partnerių, kuris pristatė skystąsias trąšas, būtent Thio-Sully, APP, KTS ir taip toliau. Tai plačiau ir pakalbės šios įmonės agronomas Hermanas.
Hello, I'm Herman Eickelboom from Tessenderlo. We're here at Germany for the field days to show our products. We can use Thio-Sul when farmers are using UAN, because the Thio-Sul makes the use of UAN more efficient. If we apply UAN, a part of the urea is transformed into ammonia. Ammonia can be transformed into ammoniac, that's a gas, and will go up into the air. If we combine the UAN with the Thio-Sul, actually we reduce the transformation from the urea into ammonia, and therefore we have a lower concentration rate of the ammoniac, so less volatilization of the ammonium, so a higher efficiency. And therefore growers can use a lower amount of UAN and still have the same amount of nitrogen available for the plant. We also can use calcium thiosulfate, so then the thiosulfate is not combined with ammonium but combined with calcium. And the advantage of the calcium thiosulfate is that it makes the soil an opener structure. So if I have a soil that is rather dense, and that could be a problem that if there's a lot of rain, the rain cannot penetrate into the soil because the soil is too dense. What happens if I apply CATS? The soil structure will be more open because the distance between the clay particles will be pushed away because of the calcium. So now the pores are bigger, so the water can penetrate easier into the soil, and therefore I don't have a problem with when there's a lot of rain. The other advantage is that when I have a dense soil, actually I have a lack of air near the roots. Roots need the oxygen just like we do, because the oxygen itself needs the oxygen. But if the soil is too compressed, too dense, the crops will also have then a lack of oxygen. So that would be the second advantage if I use calcium thiosulfate. Due to the open structure, water will not be a problem when there's too heavy rains. Oxygen will not be a problem because of the open structure. Oxygen will be enough available for the plants. If we talk about liquid fertilizers, we just can apply them just on top of the soil, just like do with the granular, but you can even make it more efficient by applying the liquid fertilizers into the soil. So this machine is sowing the seeds into the soil, but at the same time we can apply the liquid fertilizers. So liquid fertilizer can be applied close to the seeds, or if you use UAN, the UAN cannot be in direct contact with the seed, because if it's direct contact with the seed, actually the seeds will burn. So if you use UAN, then it goes to the front, and then it goes a few centimeters deeper than the seed. So it's still, as soon as the seed starts to germinate and the roots start to grow, they have easy access to the nitrogen, but they're not in direct contact with the UAN, and therefore it's safe to use. If you use a fertilizer like APP, then it's not a problem. If it's close to the seed, then it's actually an advantage, because if it's close to the seed, that means as soon as the seed starts to germinate, they have access to the phosphate, and therefore they can grow much easier compared to applying phosphate. If you spread it like a granule, it's on top of the soil, so it takes much longer before the seed can uptake it. And especially if I grow crops where the seed of the root formation is not that quickly in the beginning, the availability of the phosphate directly for the seed will be an advantage.